All right, back here with, I think this is part 3 of the Walthers Arrowhead Ale HO scale kit build. Made some progress here since the part 2, which I think I released almost 2 weeks ago. I'm going to show you tonight here on this short video what I've accomplished in this past almost 14 days. So obviously I got the 3-sided structure, the 3 walls painted. And I selected this Rust-Oleum Claret Wine color. I just couldn't find a good weathered yellow in a spray can. So I settled on this, which is kind of an old school brick look, kind of that, dark burgundy look. And I wanted it to be a, like a very durable paint. Like this Rust-Oleum, I wanted to come out of a spray can, so it would be a nice thick layer, a nice thick coat, and I wanted it to be somewhat glossy. And the reason is I'm going to weather all 3 of these elevations, and something I'm doing right now is I'm using the Tamiya panel line accent color. This is the light gray. To try and make the mortar bed and head joints around each brick pop out. By making them look like a gray mortar. And it's really easy to do if you have a durable top coat like this Rust-Oleum with a gloss color, because then all you got to do is you just take the applicator, and with this gloss color, if you just touch it, it just, look at that, it just flows. And it really doesn't even leave a bloom mark where you touch the applicator to the surface. You see how easy it is because the gloss surface, the gloss texture is so smooth that, this thin accent panel liner just gets in there like they're all a bunch of interconnected channels, really, and it just flows like a liquid, and makes it very, very quick and easy to make those mortar head and bed joints just pop right out. So that's what I'm working on. Now, I'd be afraid to do that if this were a thin, like Vallejo Air acrylic coming out of an airbrush, which would go on really thin. I'd be afraid that this would attack that and possibly mar it or make it run, because this is pretty aggressive stuff. This is not an acrylic. This smells, a little bit more like an enamel, similar to the Rust-Oleum. But the enamels, as long as they're the base coat, you can easily put an acrylic over top of them, and as a base coat, they're really tough, and you can do almost anything you want to their surface, and they're not gonna mar or become damaged. So that's why I did that. So I'm working through that with the Tamiya panel line accent. It's the light gray. Down here at the wainscoting, I selected the Vallejo Model Air. This is the sand yellow, 71.028, just around the base here, the wainscoting. And I got a little bit of damage right there I got to clean up. But this was applied with the airbrush, and that went on really well. Over here, this is where the wooden loading dock is going to go, so you're not even going to see this section of wall, so I'm not doing anything with that. But also, the volume of paint that comes out of one of these rattle cans is 10 times the volume that comes out of your airbrush. So, you're going to get really thick, heavy coverage, and that's fine as long as you don't start losing the detail. And I didn't. You can still see all the brick pattern here. And it also helps fill some of the, you might have a few openings or crevices in each of these corners that you don't like. And the rattle can, the volume of paint coming out will help seal that up. So I'm pretty happy so far where we are at with the building walls. Okay, so moving up to the roof. The roof, I went with a built-up gravel roof, which is basically an old school kind of tar roof with gravel chip. And that's the look I was going for here. Now, how did I do this? So this got a gray Rust-Oleum primer. and then just I hit it then with the Tamiya XF1 Flat Black, which you can see is the base coat. Once the Tamiya XF1 Flat Black was on and cured, I applied Mod Podge white glue, and then I sprinkled on. I have an N-scale layout, so I have lots of Woodland Scenics fine ballast, which is basically an N-scale ballast. So this is really nice, fine material, and it is scale-wise looks great as a very small stone on something like this Arrowhead Ale building roof. So with the wet glue, just came, sprinkled on the N-scale ballast, and I put on too much at times, so I knocked some off, which was easy to do while the glue was still drying. Okay, once I let that cure overnight, I came back and I hit it with, on the airbrush, I hit it with this Vallejo Model Air light gray, 71.050, just to kind of blend it all in. All right, so that's how it looks now after I got hit with this. And I really kind of diluted this, so it was not quite as diluted as a wash, but not as strong as straight out of the bottle. And that just helped tie everything together. Now I'm going to hit this again with a diluted flat black just on these perimeter, just to kind of give it a shadow effect. But I think overall that's going to look pretty sharp. I will probably also put a couple of roof structures up here. You know, just vents and things like that will give it a little bit of detail. Okay, so next, what's next? Well, basically what's next is just continuing to detail and weather the elevation here. I got a lot more work to do with this. And then once I'm happy with the model, with the detailing of the mortar joints, I am gonna hit this with a Tamiya flat clear. I'm gonna use the XF86, and that will tone down the brick color, because it's just too glossy right now. It's way too shiny. But I told you I want that for now. I want that gloss texture so that this stuff flows real easily. When I'm done with that, we will apply the flat clear, probably somewhat liberally, to really tone this down. And then we're probably going to do a very light, out of the airbrush most likely, of a black wash on, definitely down here on the wainscoting, and probably a little bit up here on the elevation. So that's where we are. We're in the process of detailing, weathering the walls. The roof is basically complete. Just have to put some roof details up on here, glue them down. Then I'm going to get into the windows and then finish up with the loading dock. So, and where's this going to live? So here's where we are on the layout. Again, it's going to be going right here. Just some work that I've done on the layout in the past week as well. I got the Penn Central SD40 on there. He's been weathered. He's running really well. That's an Athearn SD40 Penn Central. A little bit of work on weathering some of the ballast with a black wash, a very fine black wash, especially this old siding where this Conrail caboose is sitting. That has a black wash with some Woodland Scenics rough turf, coarse turf in between some of the ties. Decided to paint this perimeter fence a flat black. I think that looks really good. And then I've been weathering and working on this Walthers HO crossing with some detail here on the concrete panels. This is a concrete crossing, grade crossing. These are the concrete panels with kind of the steel frame around each panel. So I've been working on that, and I'm pretty happy with how that looks. So that's where we're at, and probably we have another video up here in 10 to 14 days with some additional progress on this, as we are probably about halfway through the build. Hope you guys are enjoying the build. Hope you're getting something from this. You're learning something. And appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate the likes and the comments. As usual, check out my Facebook page, which is also the same spelling for that Facebook page, Building in Scale. All right, folks, thanks again. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.